talking. Hello. I'd like to talk to you today about a very serious matter. It's a problem that affects 1 in 3 archers, and sometimes as much as a third. I'm talking about tight nock syndrome. I've noticed a lot over the years, people, especially with YouTube and people shooting a lot on YouTube, I've noticed a lot when people do shoot, what I tend to hear is when people nock an arrow, is this noise. Now that to me suggests that the nock is a tiny bit too tight. Now if your nock is too tight, what will happen is it won't come off the string perfectly. It will be affected, it will struggle to come off the string, and then it won't give you a true reading of the arrow if that nock is too tight. So what I'm going to show you today is a little tip for loosening the nock. I mean, you could reserve the string. There are another few techniques. You can sand the nock to make it wider. But unless you're willing to make a string to fit your nock, which isn't, you know, unless you make strings, it's quite difficult. Here's a little tip that will enable you to sort of get your nocks to fit your string perfectly. So here we go. Okay, simply what we're going to do, we have 2 arrows here. We have a cup. What we're going to do, we're going to take a freshly boiled kettle full of lovely scalding hot water. Now pour that into the cup. Take your arrow and simply just dip it in the hot water, just for a few seconds. Just get it nice and warm. I reckon that should be enough. Now take it out. Now you can use a screwdriver or anything. I use my bow square here. Let's pop it in there. Give it a little bit of a waggle, just like that, and just blow on it a little bit to cool it down. There we go. Now, okay, once you've done that, you take your arrow and you pop it on your string, and you should be able to hear very quiet noise, not that audible snap like you could before. And then the true test, I should have used a shorter bow, is if you tap the string with 2 fingers, the arrow should come off. That's the sort of tightness you want on your arrow. For example, this is the tighter nock, and as you can see, it takes a lot to get it off. So you can just see how you know how that works. Vice versa, you can do it if your nock is too loose as well. You can dip it in the hot water and pinch it together, and that does it's the same thing. It just saves you having to sort of reserve or your strings. I mean, once you get into making your own strings, it's okay. You know how big your nocks are, so you know how to put the string together. But yeah, just a little tip for changing your nocks without sort of having to sand them or reserve your string. Hope you enjoyed that. So I can hear you all asking, Jim, what are you going to do with this cup of hot water? And now this is what I call one of Jim's pro tips. You get yourself some coffee. You unscrew the lid, like so. You take a spoonful of said coffee, and add it to the hot water. Stir. Feel free to add sugar or milk as taste dictates, and enjoy. Shoot straight, guys. Follow the blog, and I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.